Take a look behind me. A tractor trailer full of 22 tons of logs. This is a copy of the summons. It has more than 50 names. So we have some breaking news we want to let you know about. There's a power outage according to the Warren County Fire and Rescue Facebook page. Magenta and the dark reds, that's indicative of some small hail. The end of summer, it's the beginning of fall. You gotta relax while you can. So let's take a look at that forecast for that early fall weather. We start with some breaking news from the streets of Frederick County. This is new video just in from the scene of a fatal accident. We're gonna make sure that you take one of these along. We're talking about an umbrella. They both agree that it's up to us as drivers to be responsible and follow the speed limit. Say hello to my little friend. Its name is ragweed. A tractor trailer has rolled on its side and has been making for a traffic nightmare. Choo-choo, all aboard, get on the Cold Air Express. With that experience, he gave me the ride of a lifetime. I've been tweeting and Facebooking all about it. I want to taste it. So why so many messages to the wrong school? Well, all you have to do is go to Google for the answer. Type in Sandy Hook Elementary School and you see that Shenandoah County School comes up even before the one in Connecticut. With bees live in hives just like this one, and it's beekeepers like Sam Pickock that are giving them a safe, clean place to live.
What I was thinking, I'm like, dang, it must be doomsday or something.
Got my shoes on with my baby sister, and I ran up and I saw the house engulfed with flames.
And this is it, the scene as described by neighbors. You're looking at a set of townhouses on Bellevue Avenue in Winchester. Fire crews responded to the scene around noon as flames shot through the roof and quickly spread between the walls of the homes. I spoke with a neighbor who lives nearby in a similar building just across the street from here, and she says she's not surprised with how fast the fire spread given how these buildings are constructed.
I mean, it's probably quite easy to catch fire over here, especially with the apartments the way they are. They're old and they need a lot of maintenance.
The manager of the property, Brock Harris, was on the scene during the fire. He declined to comment on the situation. It's an event that brought the whole community out to look.
The building next door to ours caught on fire. Hope nobody's hurt.
And then I came over here and seen something I never seen before in my life.
And it's making for a difficult start to the holiday weekend for many local families. In Winchester, Channing.Frampton in your community.
Good morning, David. How are you?
Good.
That's how dozens of Clark County kids start their day on Gail Millison's bus number 29. But Gail's day starts long before these guys even roll out of bed.
Child safety is first and foremost with any driver that drives for Clark County or any other county as far as that goes.
That's why Gail Millison gets up literally at the crack of dawn to start this bus up and get things running smoothly before the kids even step foot on it. Tires, oil, gas, and gauges all get a check every morning as the sun's coming up. Once everything is safe and secure, we're ready to rock and roll. When asked what's driven her to do this for the past 22 years, she'll tell you.
It's these kids. I mean, you have got to love these kids, and I tell you, the stories and the things you hear them say, they'll either tug at your heart or make you laugh.
That's why parents along her 30-mile route say they're happy to send their kids on the school bus with Gail day after day and year after year.
She has been driving my children to school since my oldest attended 8 years ago.
What do you think of her?
She is wonderful. We really value her. We put our trust in her.
From standing up to bullies to braving bad weather if needed, bus drivers like Gail aren't just driving kids to and from school. They're changing lives for the better with little life lessons along the way.
I had a young man who wanted to tug against every rule I set forth. One afternoon on my evening run, I hit a dog. And this young man got off the bus, who had butted heads with me since day one, and came down and put his hand on my shoulder and told me it's going to be okay.
In Clark County, Channing.Frampton in your community.
Channing just mentioned he needed to find something to do outside tomorrow, and gosh, we have neat things with that brew festival going on. There's a craft festival up in West Virginia. So many trails to go hiking on.
Yeah, also a good weekend to get out and pick your own apples at the orchards and, you know, just enjoy being outside because it's going to be one of those weekends.
Yeah, I mean, if you are picking apples and you like happen to make like a pie or something, you could always drop it off the tee.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say the same thing. That's cool. Well, it's a good night tonight, too, starting out with temperatures sitting comfortably in the mid-60s. We're looking at 66 degrees in Winchester, 68 degrees in Boyce and Berryville, seeing the same along the Blue Ridge. So a nice, comfortable evening. There's a front that's working through, and that's going to bring us some cooler temperatures as we head into the rest of the night. SkyTracker Doppler radar showing a nice clear picture like we saw earlier, so a good night to get out and enjoy a football game or maybe have dinner outdoors on the walking wall in Winchester. On the weather watch, we're tracking those dry skies. They're going to continue as we head into Saturday, along with the cooler temperatures and the humidity. It's on its way down the monitor, so things are looking pretty good for this weekend. Here's a look at the current satellite and radar picture across a wider view. You can see that cold front draped across Pennsylvania and parts of Ohio. It's easy to see where the clouds are not. That is pretty much where the separation between the warmer air and the cooler air is, and it's slowly working its way toward our area. Probably pass through here overnight tonight into Saturday morning and give us some pleasant conditions as future weather will show us. Take a look Saturday morning when you wake up 8 a.m. A good day to get out and check out the sunrise with mostly clear skies and that moisture clearing out. By Saturday afternoon, if you have any outdoor activities, like we said, heading out to an orchard, it'll be a great day to do so with plenty of sunny skies, comfortable temperatures, and low humidity. So enjoy it while it lasts. Sunday morning, pretty much the same as what we see Saturday morning with mostly clear skies, high pressure and control. However, there's another weak piece of energy that begins to approach for Sunday afternoon and evening. You can notice the green up in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Maryland. These showers will be working through Sunday evening, probably after dark. So not too much of a washout to worry about this weekend. If you are heading out to a football game, well, our game of the week this week is Warren County at James Wood. Kickoff in about 45 minutes or so. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s with just a few passing clouds continuing throughout the night. Don't expect any rainfall to affect this game. If it does, it'll be very brief and very light, so not to worry. If you're heading out to White Post tomorrow, maybe doing some rail fanning. I know I might be. Temperatures will be right around 70 degrees by 4 o'clock with just a few passing clouds. It'll be a great day to be outdoors doing some photography, that's for sure. The next 3 days, we cool off for Sunday, 69 degrees with that 30% chance of an evening shower. And then Monday, we're right around 70 degrees and kind of a similar pattern to what we see on Saturday. So the nice weather will continue through the weekend into the first part of the work week with a 7-day forecast where the weekend is always in view. We have this weekend looking pretty good. We have a slight chance of rain Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, and then Thursday and Friday of next week we do dry out. So always plenty of sunshine to look forward to this time of the year, and with that crisp autumn air in place, I think I'm going to be enjoying it. I don't know about you, Julie.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Saturday looks incredible. And, you know, I didn't know before, but a rail fan is something Channing is, and a lot of people are around here.
Exactly.
What is it?
It's somebody who loves trains. They like to go out and sit by the tracks, wait for a train to come by, take pictures. And I'm sure you've seen posts on Twitter and Facebook. So
yeah, but in case you didn't know what it was,
exactly,
that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
If you see anything going on, you need to step up for someone. You need to make it stop.
Make bullying stop. That's the message dozens of people in our community are spreading this evening.
Plus, local leaders are taking a stand against heroin abuse in the Northern Valley. What police are doing to keep this drug out of your community. Your News at 6 starts now.
Where local news comes first. This is TV3 Winchester News at 6.
Hey everybody, hope you're having a great night. I'm Channing.frampton. Thanks for joining us. Here's what's making news right now. A tight-knit community is mourning the loss of a young life, and this tragedy has many people looking at what kind of a role bullying may have played in a Clark County middle schooler's death. TV3's Alyssa Raymond joins us live in the studio. And Alyssa, the Clark County Sheriff's Office is looking into this, right?
Yes, they are. And this is something they do when something like this happens. Right now, there are no charges with this, but it's natural in this day and age to immediately blame bullying. And so now many are looking to see what they can do to make sure bullying is never the reason.
Too many young kids dying, we need change. Stop the hatred. Too many young kids feeling like the way fate did.
I just wanted to do something.
So Millbrook High School senior Shane Moyer decided to write this song.
If you need somebody to talk to, I'll be right here. I'll be right here, here. Don't make it too late. I believe in you so you can have faith.
It was for faith, but it's not just for faith. It's for anybody out there that's getting picked on, anybody that feels like they want to end their life, feels like anybody that's watching someone being picked on.
Say something, everyone has a voice, and if you don't just think you could have changed somebody's life choice, what's up?
If we can get folks, kids, to sort of feel good about themselves, to say, I'm not going to be a part of that, or no, I don't find that to be funny, they can end it right there.
Leslie Stewart is the executive director of CLEAN. It's a nonprofit in Frederick County that helps teens through the tough issues they face. She says bullying prevention is shifting to the bystander.
So if we can't change the actions of the bully, how can we sort of shape and change the actions of the people around them?
And doing that isn't just one person's responsibility.
To truly address and combat successfully, we need to do this as a community.
And that is what Faye's family is asking for in her obituary today. They're asking in lieu of flowers that awareness be brought to bullying and suicide. Meanwhile, officers continue to investigate her death to see what exactly may have caused her to go to such extremes.
All right, thank you, Alyssa. We have additional information posted with this story at tv3winchester.com about bullying prevention. Now to Shenandoah County. In court today, Nicole Dawn Miller. This is the woman accused of killing a baby in Woodstock earlier this summer. The county's Commonwealth attorney is seeking the death penalty in that case. Miller's attorney says he filed 3 motions in the case today. Basically, her attorney is asking to be able to find experts and file subpoenas without having to tell the Commonwealth, and they're asking for discovery, meaning that they want to know what the Commonwealth's evidence is. Now, the next court date is January 8th. Miller was indicted on 1 count of capital murder by the Shenandoah County grand jury earlier this year. I'm taking a live look at traffic right now outside. This is Interstate 81 at exit 315. Plenty of cars heading north and south. No major incidents coming into our newsroom this evening, though, so things looking good if you're waiting on somebody to come home tonight. And speaking of traveling outside, let's get a first look at that weather forecast. Drew, man, today was even better than yesterday, and I have a feeling tomorrow going to be even better than today.
Yeah, we're going to go 3 for 3 for these mild days.
All right.
Out there right now, it is warm. Look at this, we're at 50 degrees. Our afternoon average high is 48, so even at the 6 o'clock hour, we're above that. A mild flow of air is moving into the region, and like Channing alluded to, even warmer air set to arrive tomorrow. SkyTracker 3 along with satellite will show you it is a quiet evening around the mid-Atlantic. A bit cloudy, but otherwise those clouds are not releasing any rain. So your first forecast will feature those clouds and temperatures staying above average through the next couple of hours. We will detail that mild day tomorrow, but then the bottom falls out. We'll talk about cold air headed our way for the weekend with the exclusive 7-day. I'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Thanks, Drew. Well, heroin use in the Northern Valley is quickly becoming an epidemic as more and more people are being caught using or distributing heroin than ever before. TV3 Winchester's Dan Grossman is live in Warren County at a summit put together by the Northwestern Virginia Regional Drug and Gang Task Force to help address that problem that's plaguing our area. Dan.
So far this year, since the calendar year started in January, more than 20 people have died and over 100 others have been injured due to heroin alone. And that is stretching from Frederick County all the way down to Warren, Shenandoah, and Page counties. Today, law enforcement, drug task forces, and also school board and health professionals descended here on the Warren County Safety Building to help come to a solution that addressed this problem. They addressed 3 different aspects, and those were prevention, enforcement, and treatment. I'm joined now by Sheriff Danny McKeithron of the Warren County Safety, of the Sheriff's Office. And Sheriff, what was kind of the goal of today's meeting?
Obviously, the goal was to cover all those areas, prevention and treatment and enforcement, because no one agency can do it by itself. So we had over 70 people attend today, and we came away from there with several goals that we hope to all collaboratively meet and try to address this situation, which is a community problem.
And now this situation has been getting worse. What did you guys take away, and how now do you feel a little bit more prepared going forward?
I think we feel a little bit better prepared because we're speaking with other agencies, and they all see the problem just at different levels. We see it in enforcement, they see it in prevention, some of them see it in treatment. So collaboratively being able to get together and find out how do we solve this problem? What's the next steps we take to be able to communicate better with each other?
And now you did say this was a community effort. What are some things that you hope the community can contribute to this?
Well, we hope that the community will let us know, any one of the agencies that were involved, that their loved one or something is going on, that we could possibly get somebody, either some law enforcement help or some public or treatment.
Great. Thank you, Sheriff. And now those 20 deaths are only the ones that the Sheriff's Office knows about. Hospitals in Virginia aren't required to give information about any deaths that are drug related, so the number could actually be higher. Today, law enforcement officials met with hospitals in the area to hopefully come to a legislative agreement so they are more aware of this problem and therefore can have a better idea of how to contain it. Reporting live in Warren County, Dan Grossman, now back to you.
Thank you, Dan. And he's working on a story for tonight on the news at 11 that'll showcase what these leaders plan on doing to get the heroin out of our communities. Be sure to tune in for that. Turning to some national news now, a truck carrying extremely dangerous radioactive material stolen in New Mexico. Authorities are scrambling to track it down. The truck was stolen by 2 armed men at a gas station 35 miles outside of Mexico City Monday, hundreds of miles from the U.S.-Mexican border. The truck was carrying cobalt-60. That's a radioactive isotope used in cancer treatments.
This isn't like radioactive material stolen from a nuclear power plant.
Traveling from a hospital in the northern city of Tijuana to a radioactive waste storage facility, the International Atomic Energy Agency says when the truck was stolen, quote, the source was properly shielded. However, the source could be extremely dangerous to a person if removed from the shielding or if it was damaged. And for the first time since Sunday's deadly Metro North derailment, trains are moving again on the affected Hudson River rail line, ferrying commuters in and out of New York City. A union official says the train's operator, William Rockefeller Jr., admits to nodding off at the controls as the train barreled 82 miles an hour in a curved stretch of track zoned for 30. He also says he slammed on the brakes, but it was too late. And more than 100 people who are HIV positive or living with AIDS are getting help in Winchester. They're getting help from the AIDS response effort. Right now, the organization is working with 96 people who are HIV positive and another 26 who have AIDS. 85 of those people are men and 34 are women. And most of those people affected are between 25 and 44 years old. And that's right in line with the national average.
Anybody could be infected or affected by it. The numbers are here. We know that we've got a small percentage of the community comes to us for help. We know there's a greater need. So, our mission obviously is to get ARE's information out there so we can be a bigger help in the community.
And of course, ARE offers free anonymous HIV testing, and it only takes about 20 minutes. And still ahead on the news at 6, while it may be warm here, winter is setting in out west. We'll take you there and see what could be heading our way.